20 to 6, Carpe Diem. Got a lovely sunrise. That's where I'm headed. Time to get this away. Leave no trace, as they say. And we're off again. Today is Tuesday, the 22nd of July, 2024. Pennine Way, day 4. Time is 25 past 8. So a much earlier start than yesterday. Got a good night's sleep. And today's destination is Malham. All going according to plan. I think I should get there. Wonder where I'll end up camping, I don't know, you never know, I might even end up going up Malham Cove or something, see if I can find somewhere up there. We shall see. So far, absolutely loved it. Having a good time. Catch up with you later. Is that the Yorkshire Dales? It is, because over there, and I hope you can make it out on the camera, I'm trying to say on the camera and it looks pretty rubbish, but I can see, yeah, no, I can see it on the camera now. That's Pennine. I said that I thought I could see that from the top of that pass on day 2. And I did a video going over into Yorkshire, but I think I might have been lying, it might have been something else, because I don't know if you could see that from there. I don't know, maybe you could. But that's definitely Pennine, and I think I might be going up there tomorrow. Don't want any trouble. Just down there is Cowlin, that's where I'm headed. Where I camped last night was Bear Hill, and that's been about, well, it's a 4-kilometre walk from Bear Hill to Cowlin. So I'll get to Cowlin, hopefully refill my water bottles, might treat myself to something. See you there. Right, so I got to Cowlin, but the village centre was a little bit of a detour, and I decided I couldn't be bothered with that. Wanted to save some time, but I did need me water bottles replenished. And there was a few houses around about where I was, so my plan was to just wander around looking a little bit forlorn and hope that somebody kind might come to the door and might like offer to help. And that worked. Some lovely retired lady did come to our door, shouted, "I lost love!" And that was that. Water bottles replenished, and she even gave us a glass of Ribena, and I will be eternally grateful to her for that. I don't know her name. I asked if I could have a selfie with her, but she didn't like having a photo taken. Now, never waste a good opportunity. What's this place called, I says. A concha, she says. I'm not kidding. Like, I'm thinking, is this getting to silly proportions now? A concha? But then she says, if you go just up the road, you get the colon. There we are, mystery solved. I'm glad that we've got to the bottom of that. So, anyway, things she didn't like. She didn't like Howarth, because it's too touristy. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought a bit here. But she didn't like Howarth, and she didn't like Ribena. So I was doing her a favour, really. That was a while back. There was a bit of a climb out of Colin to get to here. And I got lost like 3. That little last video of us going up the hill, that's me fed up because I got lost thrice. First time was my fault, definitely. Second 2 times, I'm going to say not my fault, because, you know, what it says on the map ain't what it's like on the ground. There's lots of things that can go wrong, and they went wrong. So I made up for gaining some time in Colin by losing it spectacularly over the last couple of miles. It's just been a little bit trying, but anyway, I've sat here, I'm having a rest, giving my feet a rest, trying to just regather me sort of mojo, and then I'm now heading, the next place I'm heading for is, I think, Lothersdale. There's a pub there. I might get a Coke, but I might just crack on. What I am thinking though, I'm looking at the map, and Malham is leagues away, so we might not. I mean, that's a long day. That's an official day, is calling to Malham. That's a long day. I obviously started a little bit before calling today. Will I make it to Malham? Maybe not. If I don't, is it the end of the world? No, I'll just camp wherever I lay my hat. So I'll catch up with you later anyway. I just wanted to capture how I feel right now. Basically, I'm feeling a little bit crazed, and it's because I had an early start, but after getting lost and stuff, I just actually feel like I've been going backwards, and I wanted to get to Malham, and I've just stopped at that pub, rammed in a flapjack, necked a pint of Coke, and I'm like, come on, you can do it, Ron, you can get to Malham. So that's my mindset at the minute. How long that'll last, I don't know. And it doesn't matter if I get there anyway. I've just been competitive with myself, because that's what I said I would do at the start of the day. Just want to share. Oh, whew. Craze probably is not a good thing. Further to that, so there's obviously a reason today is a long day, and I think it's because it's mostly flat. I mean, what I've done so far hasn't really been flat, but I'm thinking maybe I'm going to hit the flat bit soon. I think it's a lot of farmers' fields and stuff. Not that that's necessarily a good thing, because I got lost in the last lot of farmers' fields. So I could be out all night. This road and all other roads lead to Malham via Gargrave. It's just a spoonful of nice paths like this that make the miles go down. I've just finished reading Moby Dick, and today I feel like Captain Ahab in pursuit of the whale. My whale is Malham, but we all know how that ended. Views like that though, who cares? There's Pennine Way again over there. That I think is in Ingleborough. Well, I don't know if it is. Looks like it, but it probably is. I think you can even see the lakes in the distance. And it has to be said, the weather's definitely been on my side so far. I've been very lucky. There's been next to no rain, and any rain that has come, it's been light, and it's been welcomingly refreshing. Apparently tomorrow, heatwave, according to the woman that I was talking to on a doorstep, who didn't want a photo taken. Would you want your photo taken? Someone knock on your door? Right, I think it's this way. What does this sign say? Nothing of use whatsoever. Please keep, thank you. Pennine Way. But which way? Which way? This way. Just to give you a little bit more flavour of the day, that path led to nothing. It led to plenty of this. But it doesn't matter. I'm back to the proper path now, and the end of it is there where that road is. Who wants to make life easier? You're on Clogger Lane, love. It's just down here, and then it's flat all the way to Malham. You'll be alright, just keep putting one foot in front of the other. Go on, you'll be there in 10 minutes. By the way, I think I need to apologise to anyone who hasn't read Moby Dick for ruining it. Sorry.
All the path, downhill to a stile, and then turn left at stile. That's Booth Bridge. And then if you carried on that lane, that brings you up to the top of Thornton. And then I think you just go straight across road to the top of Thornton, but Pennine Way.
Aye.
I'm not very sure because I just walk all the way. But yeah, when you get to the top of the hill at Thornton, I think you just, well, it's more or less straight opposite. Just via right a little bit. Then you go up the thing there and then you're away.
Smashing. Wishes luck.
Up to Malham you went.
That's my plan, aye. I think I should get there, shouldn't I? If I just keep...
Oh, I keep going. Aye. It's a fair way as Malham.
I know. Is it fairly flat though, mostly, once you get past this hill that you're talking about?
Oh, it's in a big hill. It's a big hill up at Main Road.
Uh-huh.
Then you'll go, you just ask somebody up there, but they'll tell you the easiest route.
Aye.
You know, and then when you get to Malham, it's little roads like this.
Wishes luck.
That's your best way, mate, yeah.
Alright, thanks a lot. See you later. Lost. So I've come, I've come to the next village. I'm meant to be going to Thornton and Craven. And I've come to the next village, which is Aby, so I've come at least a mile out of the way. So I'm now retracing my steps again. Right, I've made a decision. I've decided I'm going to do the Pennine Way twice. I know I set off only to do it once, but I'm starting to enjoy getting lost, so I'm thinking if I just keep getting lost, I can do it twice. So that's that decided. I am actually past caring today though. When I did that video earlier, that short video or whatever you call it, when I was sat down in that little sort of field before I got to the pub at Lothersdale, that was a bit of a lull. I've still got a long way to go to get to Malham, but I think I forgot to mention at the time when I did that video, the reason that was a little bit of a lull is because it was because of the time of day. The time was like after midday, and I wasn't supposed to be there at that time of day. I was supposed to be miles ahead of there. So just felt like I was inching forward, not making much progress. And I thought, whoa, how am I ever going to get to Malham? Anyway, that was then. Now's now, and I'm lost, and I don't care. So I'm heading back to the right direction. I've been given directions by 2 different people, pointed in the right direction. And I'm going to get to Thornton and Craven. It's then 5k to get to Gargrave. And from Gargrave, and I'm probably underestimating the distances by counting squares on a map, but I make it around about 10k to Malham. So this is doable. This is doable. Probably not as daunting as I thought it was going to be. It's just the mentality I was in at the time. The last chap I've just been with, not the fella who did a sneaky video of giving us directions, I bumped into a chap after that, and he walked up a little way up the hill with me and pointed me in the right direction. And he has muscular dystrophy. So he got up the hill, but he struggled getting up. He was walking his dog. He has to walk his dog every day. Guess the point is, people help you. There are nice people out there. That's 3 people who've helped me today. So thank you to those 3 people. Honestly, if I hadn't bumped into those 2 blokes and one of them just took one look, I didn't even look lost. I was just walking down the road looking quite happy, and he said, "Are you lost?" So people mustn't go walking in Aby, which is where I went. Just took one look at us. "Are you lost?" And I says, no, I'm doing the Pennine Way. I was lost. So, you know, he intervened, and then the other bloke helped as well. So if I hadn't have bumped into them, I would still be scratching my head in Aby. But I'm not. I'm here. So, catch up with you later on. Hopefully I won't get lost again. What have you learned today? I've learned I can't read a map. Are you thinking of doing the Pennine Way? Don't forget to learn to read a map first. Right, so we're back on track. The next village is East Martin, and there's a pub there, so I think I'm going to stop there, have another pint of Coke, because Coke seems to be doing the trick, and probably have a word with myself. Oh, you got hot feet. Get them in a nice cool bath, nice cold bath. Oh, that's it, give them a good soak. Is that better? Excuse me, mate, have you got the time? Yes, mate, it's ibuprofen time. So I mentioned that I picked up some, this packet's empty by the way, I'm just doing that to prove a point. It's just a prop. But I am going to have some when I get to this pub. So I mentioned I picked some of these up at May's shop. I feel now is the time I can go into that a little bit more, because I do feel like I'm getting into it now. I think I'm past a quarter of the way now. Yeah, and today hasn't been like a, you know, I'm expecting there's going to be highs and lows, and I'm expecting some sad times ahead. Now today hasn't been one of those, but I do feel like earlier on was a taste of that to come. So yeah, I'm just saying, I'm getting into it. I feel we're in it, definitely in it. Ibuprofen. So I think I have to put on record how much my wife has been helping me get prepared for this. So I mean, I've prepared myself for it pretty much mostly myself, and I've been doing a head-in for a number of weeks, but without Molly's help, I can say, hand on heart, it would have been game over at the end of day one. So there's a number of things she's helped with, not least me tent, which decided not to arrive, and we ended up having a long story, she sorted that out. But yeah, I was packing my bag the day before I set off, and Molly said, take your knee support with you. And if she hadn't have said that, I wouldn't have brought it, and it would have been game over. I'm not exaggerating there, but this knee support, it's like having another knee. It's amazing. I've got a bit of a dodgy right knee, and something like this, I think maybe I shouldn't have done this, but I think something like this is probably a bit too much for it with the pack on. But the support and these, which bring down the swelling, seem to be keeping it under control. So there you are. Thank you, Molly. I should definitely add to that on the end, at the risk of tempting fate, that there's a long way to go. Obviously, by the way, I tried to be clever and not wear the knee support on day one, hence me saying it was nearly game over by the end of day one. It did go on before the end of the day. And I've just realised that I look like Int Milk Brilliant. So this is going to be my look. It's going to be how I'm going to be found when I get trampled to death by these cows and these cows. So this is just another routine foot care stop. Slight change of plan. I was going to stop at East Martin for a Coke, but that was going to be a little detour, and I think I've had quite enough detours for one day. So I've pressed on, and I'm now about 2/3 of the way between there and Gargrave. So I'll stop at Gargrave, but I don't want to get me feet out in Gargrave, do I, at the pub? So I'm doing that now, so that these are nice and ready for the last push to Malham. It's beginning to look a lot like the Yorkshire Dales. That's Gargrave, I think. Gargrave's in the Yorkshire Dales. So I've just had a Coke in Gargrave, stopped for about 15 minutes. That should see us through to Malham. Malham's 6 miles. So it's going to be 6 miles. It's now 20 to 6. Well, I set off at about 5:30 from Gargrave. So if I don't rage at it like I have been most of the day, albeit getting lost, take it a little bit easier, I reckon that's going to be more than 2 hours. Up to 3 hours. So up to 3 hours is 8:30, isn't it? I can live with that. See when we get there. I'm just ambling up this field, and there's a light rain. It's been raining reasonably heavy on and off for the last half hour or so, but right now it's lovely. However, I do hope that the rain holds off. I checked the weather forecast earlier, and apparently it's not going to rain overnight, so fingers crossed if this stops when I get to Malham. I'm going to keep a bit of faith, and I think I might go up onto Malham Cove and find somewhere just a bivvy up there. So, depends on this situation, I suppose. Very pleasant here though. Yorkshire Dales. Let's talk trail mix. Beef jerky, good. Cheese, good. More nuts than a squirrel can hoard for the winter, not necessary. Which is why I'm going to dump half of the nuts that I'm currently carrying. I mean, I've got another 10 days worth at least of nuts, a pack for every day. That's heavy, it accumulates. And I've realised that I can get plenty of calories stopping for a pint of Coke here and there. There's plenty of places. I didn't think there would be, but there's plenty of places. There's been somewhere literally every day so far. So I don't need to carry it all. I'm going to keep some of it, and I've still got other things I'm carrying, like the cheese and stuff. But yeah, I've got to look after my feet. So if I can get a bit of weight off and dump the flaxseed that I'm carrying, that I've been putting in my porridge in the morning, that'll help. So that's going at Malham. Behold. So I don't know who's meant to be the brains of this operation, but I've just walked through Malham and forgot to dump all of the stuff that I was literally just talking about. So I'm still carrying it. I've also just walked past this campsite. That would have been plan B, but decision's already been made. I'm going to have the Cove in all its glory. Bit weary, looking forward to getting up there. Had to be done. Who knows, I might never do it again. You can hear a pin drop up here. So today, it was a day that never got started, but once it did, it was like the only way was up. It's been a bit of a slog, but what's been good, I've learned how to pronounce colon. I've met some lovely people. 3 people helped me along the way. I've learned that you can do anything when you've had a pint of Coke. Obviously I've learned I can't read a map as well. But it's just been really nice to do that section from Bronte country, from the Moors and Bronte country, over and into the Yorkshire Dales, and I'm well in the heart of it here, right in it at Malham Cove. You don't get much Yorkshire Dales than that. So my plan is to sit here and, well, for as long as I can, because why wouldn't you? And then I'm going to head back over that way. I'm going to make some tea, have one of my camping meals, and I think I'm going to just bivvy tonight. It'll save us having to like sort all the tent and that in the morning. What I'm hoping, or by the way, what I am definitely hoping is that it doesn't rain tonight. I mean, you can see it's lush, and this was considered. I did check the weather forecast. It did say it wasn't going to rain. So best case scenario, I get a good night's sleep under the stars, get up in the morning, don't have to put my tent down, and I'm away. Worst case scenario, it rains, have a little bit of rain I can handle, but if it rains and rains, then I'm going to just have to emergency get up, get into my wet gear, put my dry gear away, and march up to Malham town, which is about 4 or 5 miles north, because I know you can put the tent up there. That will be the worst. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's hope it stays like this. Malham Cove, man. Tomorrow, yeah. So it's Pennine Way tomorrow, which is one of the Yorkshire Three Peaks. More about that tomorrow. But what I'm hoping for is a nice, just like a nice steady day. That would be nice. I mean, I know you've got to climb over the Pennine Way, but just a day where I don't feel like I'm feel like I've been stepping on it a lot the last, particularly today, because I got off to that slightly sloppy start. So if I get off to a smooth start tomorrow and just have a nice steady day, that would be nice. Get a Horton in Ribblesdale, and I think I'll stop at the campsite there tomorrow night. It'd be nice to get there early. So I'll either leave it here and it'll be goodbye from me and goodbye from Malham Cove, or I might hold off a bit longer and get a couple more, I don't know, sort of dusky shots, but we'll see. If I don't, see you tomorrow.